That's me. Oh yeah,
I
we
know
create.
that's right.
You know. All right. Awesome. So we out here. We just getting it percolating. It's live right now. We're gonna go
Sweet.
ahead and we're gonna get this part out of here. We're gonna let the algorithm do what it do. And in the meantime, I'm gonna let the people know that we out here on Finally TV. Welcome and thank you so much for tuning in. For everybody listening to the replay out there in 146 countries. Shout out to Village Global Network.
Ooh,
We got people on WAP the Music. We got Culture Shock Radio. We got Tattoo Shop Radio. We got Cuzzo FM, all
oh,
powered by Zeno.fm. So shout out to everybody. So everybody in YouTube land, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. And I know it's gonna get crazy in here in a little bit, you know what I mean? But while it's nice and calm, I just want to say thank you and appreciate all the support that y'all been giving and doing. And the fact that I want to keep this thing going is basically based around the fact that y'all rock with it and you keep coming
yeah.
back and sometimes sometimes we'll do a live and there'll be 3 or 4 people watching. It's like, okay, we had a dope conversation and they got to witness that, and then I come back and I look at it and it's going crazy now, and now all of a sudden it's getting views and people are in
That's
there
lit.
talking, you know what I mean? And you don't realize it at the time, but the replay value on these conversations is invaluable. You know what I mean? So that's
Mm,
that's what it's all designed to do, is to give a little perspective on the
mhm.
people that come on the show, and to give people some dope content to listen to. And I like my hip hop, man. You know
I
what I'm
know that's
saying?
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And
So
that's exactly what people need to come back in here and do and see, what was lit and what was talked about, and especially
absolutely.
on the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Yo, listen, me and my man, we doing a shout out to King Blackout. We're doing a top 50 list, in honor of the
Mm,
50 years of hip hop. And it's a cool list only because we defined it pretty well, where it's like it's only solo artists. You know what I'm saying? So we're not doing groups right now. So it's got to be solo artists. You could be part of a group and you came out of that group and did your thing, but it has to be like a solo artist, solo entity.
okay.
Your
And that's fair.
yeah, your mixtape, like your street catalog and your professional catalog is all taken into consideration. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
somebody like a
mm,
50 Cent, he has a couple of
mm,
successful things, you know what I'm saying, on the professional side, but his mixtape
mm,
game, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta talk about that because he's
mm.
a problem, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's
Right.
cool. It's cool, that was part of the criteria, your
And that
impact.
would be like a Lauryn Hill
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for the
Mm-hmm.
ladies. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
And she actually made the list. She actually made it into tier 5, even
I know
though
she better
yeah.
had.
Even though City the Great in the building, what's going on, sir? I just
What
recently,
up,
I know y'all are
City?
all a faction, y'all are all family out here. So
You
I'm getting
already
slow,
know.
I'm getting slowly introduced to y'all. So I appreciate y'all for even tuning in for a few minutes just to check it out. It's super dope. And shout out to Sam, man. Shout out to Sam. What up, my boy Dash in the building?
Sam
What's
love
going
you.
on, sir? Yeah, man. Sam, you already. But yeah, so let's get into it though. Let's get into it. Today, I'm gonna bring to you guys a Voice of the Valley live, and it's all because of Sam. She does her thing, and
All the time.
Certified Nation Entertainment in the building.
In the
You know,
building. We
yeah,
certified.
absolutely. So because of that
On
connection,
everything.
because Sam, I don't know, for some reason Sam likes me. I don't know why, but she rocks with me. She really do. I love it. You know what I'm
And
saying?
listen, she's a Scorpio like me, so listen, if we
I,
like you, you better be happy you on our good list.
I get that
We don't like
impression.
everybody, but we
Nah.
cool.
Nah, I rock with it. Me and her had such a dope conversation. You know what I mean? So I salute to Sam. But Sam did it, and she brought Honey Stacks to the building. So
Yes, she
everybody in
did.
Finally TV land, little round of applause for Honey Stacks in the building, joining me on the Voice of the Valley live. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I said your name, but go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience.
It's your girl, Honey Stacks, baby. You already know what it is. I'm bringing you hip hop. I'm bringing you love. I bring you good motivation and positive energy. So shout out to all my energy babies, my
Mm,
good energy babies. Thank you.
yeah. Yes. I love that you went there first because I'm all about energy. I'm all about
Mhm,
energy and I feel it. I know I give it, it radiates off of me, you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
It's super important. When did you become enlightened about energy?
I became enlightened about energy about, I want to say, now going about closely, like maybe about a year and a half to 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I would say it's new for me,
Mm-hmm.
but anything that I do well.
Mm-hmm.
And so it don't take long for me to gravitate to something that's right, something that's positive, something that's good. I don't need a long, lengthy, time to know it. I feel blessed being honored
Mm-hmm.
to understand energy and respect it
Yeah.
and be able to
Yeah.
feel it.
Yeah, it's interesting because I didn't figure it out. I would say like midlife, like halfway through so far is when I kind of realized it, and
I feel
I didn't know what to do with it before that. I didn't really understand it, and I feel like
Mhm.
I fought like it a lot. You know what I mean? I would find myself in situations. I'm like, why is this happening? You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
it was
Did you
all
even
about that.
understand what was going on with you though?
Nah, I didn't. You know what I mean? I didn't. And then I became enlightened and it all kind of made sense after that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But yeah, no, salute to that. Very, very
Salute that.
important. One thing is one of the questions that comes up on my interview list, and it's interesting that my boys in here asking questions. Um,
Mhm.
your name, Honey Stacks, man. Explain that. Where'd that come
Mhm.
from?
Do you want the truth or you want the lie?
Nah, I want the truth, and then I want to know what you tell people.
I know that's right. All right. So I tell people the truth, so you gonna get it.
Okay.
Um, so when decided to take my rapping seriously, matter of fact, everything that I do seriously, my talent seriously, gifts from
Mhm,
God.
mhm,
I um
mhm,
I needed a name.
mhm,
And I couldn't go with what they called me back in the day or what I called myself back in the day when I was rapping because I'm older now. So I was like,
mhm,
oh.
mhm,
So I
mhm.
was like, oh, well, you brown and your skin tone is like honey. So
Oh,
call yourself honey. And
okay.
I swear, so that's how I came up with the honey part. So I was
Okay.
like, all right, yeah, that's
Fair
a
enough.
good, you know. And then what I did was I started researching the
Mhm,
benefits of honey.
mhm,
So I was like, okay,
mhm,
that's skin tone, but what does honey really do? What does it
mhm.
symbolize? And then
Right.
I found out that it cures the throat.
Okay.
Like if you have
Right.
like mucus in your throat, or
Oh,
it's a
sure.
really good, yeah, you know what I mean. So
Mhm,
it has medical
mhm,
properties. So I was like,
mhm,
yeah, so okay, I can heal. I was like, all right, so I'll do honey. And then as far as Staxx,
mhm.
I didn't name myself Staxx. I was named by a friend of mine.
Okay.
Well, really, my friend, her husband, he
Mhm,
named me Staxx. You know what I'm saying? He gave me Staxx, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Because when he asked me what I called myself, I was like, honey, and I was like, I was like green, like honey green tea. Like
Right,
he was
right.
like, you can't call yourself that.
Green tea.
He was like, you can't. He was like, you can't. He was like, Staxx. I was like,
Mm, mm,
okay. So I went
mm.
with it. I
Okay.
didn't know, I didn't know where the Staxx was going to lead or
Yeah.
where,
Yeah.
I just went with, and I said, well, if I call myself Honey Staxx, I
Mhm.
don't want to spell it Stacks.
Right. Yeah.
I wanted it to still be beautiful, elegant,
Mhm.
sweet. So I
Mhm.
was like Stax
Mhm.
Staxx.
Mhm.
Didn't realize that the SS was probably going to think of something different, but because I
Yeah.
always have to explain that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
That
But at
happened.
the time, it just seemed like the right thing to do. And actually, I kind of like it because I Stacks to me, what I did with it was I decided to have personalities.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
Honey is my sweet side, Stacks is my street side.
There it is. Okay. Okay. I like it. So there it is. Oh, that's a good explanation. And I thank you for giving me the truth. I appreciate that.
You're
Um,
welcome.
so let me ask you, man. Let me ask you now. You're gonna speak to it. Where exactly are you from?
I'm from the Bronx. I'm
Oh,
from
okay. So
The Bronx, New York. Yeah, I'm from the Bronx. Boogie down.
copy. Shout out to LeBron. We was just talking about it. We was at that Yankee Stadium concert a couple weeks ago. That was fire.
Thank Kudos to Nas for putting that
Yeah,
on.
he did bring out Lauren Hill.
Yeah.
That was
No, but I thought he had something to do with the whole thing. Like that was his joint
it
and
was
his
it,
people's.
it was yeah, no, it was Mass Appeal, yeah. And then
Yeah.
he's got
So
his hands in Mass Appeal for sure. Yeah, no, he had something to do with
yeah.
that. He's the reason why, it was, you had the Queens cats in there, Havoc was in
Yeah.
there, you had
Queens is killing it though this year. I mean, the Bronx came through, but Queens did they thing too.
They did. But I tell you what, though, at least for a head like me, when Fat Joe was up there doing his thing, right? Salute Fat Joe.
Yo.
But when he paused his show, and all of a sudden you heard, dun, 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 and KRS-One came out. What?
Man, and listen, that was so dope. I was literally behind stage,
Uh-huh.
like listening to that.
Oh my
Like
gosh!
wow.
So that was so dope. So you was in the building too?
Yes.
Oh yeah. We was in there. We was right in section B. We was on the field, like yo, it was
I
crazy
was
up there.
behind the stage.
All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. I wish I knew you then. You know what
I mean, look,
I mean? You know.
I always get somewhere I need to be.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. I like that. I like that a lot. So let me ask you. I like to get sometimes I get a little spicy with these questions, and I just like to think about things, right? But
Okay.
let me ask you this:
Hmm.
does hate play a part in the lack of support in the area you're at, or is it just a lack of talent? Which one is it? Is it lack of support or is it a lack of talent for upcoming artists?
I think it's like a talent.
Mm, mm,
Yeah. I think support is there because one
mm,
thing I find is that everybody has their own fan base. Everybody can build their own people that's going to gravitate to them. So you always will have support. I don't care if there's one person in front of you. I don't
mhm,
care if it's yourself inspiring someone and then you support is going to always be there. That's
mhm,
going to come.
mhm,
But talent is lacking because it's more of a popularity situation.
mm, mm.
As the hip hop culture kind of like was diverged, doing this little wavy switcheroo.
Right,
I
right,
made that up,
right,
but
right.
you'll see
But I
that
know what you
about me
mean.
a lot. Yeah,
I still know what you
that's
mean.
me. That probably was Staxx, but um, but on some real like talent is not really what's advertised now because things have changed the way streaming algorithms
Sure.
all of this was unheard of when we were really doing hip hop the way it used to be. So you don't have to be like, you could be talented, but you got to have money
Mhm,
nowadays, and you have to have popularity. It's all about who's following you, how many followers you have. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? I could do something crazy dumb or show something crazy stupid and get a lot of followers. That don't mean that these people are supporting what I'm doing. I
Right.
want to create minds organically. So I would say talented.
Got you. Got you.
Talent.
I love that. Love that answer. I really do. And when it comes to this, where did it all start for you? You were born in the Bronx too?
Yeah, I'm born in
Uh,
Bronx Southern Hospital. I'm a Bronx chick.
All right, that's what's up. So where did it start for you? Where did you realize, yo, I like this music thing? Like, how'd that work for you?
Mm. It's wild because I was driving home today and I was thinking to myself like how hip hop been with me since I can remember music.
Mm,
And
mhm.
I thank God that I had the mother who had like crates of records that
That is nice.
that we might not have had the latest radio system or anything like that, but we could play records all night. And
Mhm,
we had so many records. So between my older brother rapping with his group Three the Hallway, and just me being inspired by MC Light and listening to Queen Latifah and just feeling music, I just was like, this might be something I can do.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and I didn't realize how I was really gifted in writing until my English teacher.
Mhm.
One day we had like journals and we all, she's like, it's free writing, write whatever you want. I was
Mhm.
like, you write whatever you want. So
Right.
I'm writing stories, I guess, whatever was free writing. I'm writing stories, but I'm literally taking the class seriously.
Sure.
And she was the first person to tell me, like, I don't even remember her name. I feel so bad, but she was the first person to tell me, like, you are really talented. She said you have a great imagination. I ain't even
Mm.
not even gonna make it up on what she said. I'm gonna tell you what she said. She said you have a great imagination. You're gonna go far for writing. Pretty
Mm.
much let me know that when I was, I was going to the IS 180 School of the Arts.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I had like 4 classes and I would do like dance, drama. It was like Fame, back in the day, the show Fame. It was like Fame,
Right. Right.
you did talent and you did work. And
Right.
that's the only way I could have went to school because I didn't like I knew I was smart. I'm very intelligent.
Mhm.
Um, but you got to keep me busy. Like I got to do something. I got all this. I didn't realize I had all this talent, and I just thought it was just what everybody was doing,
Right.
dancing and
Right. Right.
I didn't realize that I was really like good at it until she kind of like said that or whatever. So I don't mean to
Mm.
drag it on, but
So you kind
I'm
of you
just being
you kind of
real.
owe her a little bit. You should remember her
I
name.
do. Yeah, but let me tell you, no, real I should, but and I'm gonna try my best. But listen, if you out there, um, I used to erase my um absences
Right. Get
from
out.
out of your book.
Oh no.
And when my mother came, I used to put all the check marks like I've been in class.
Okay.
That's me. But your class was the class I love the most. So
There you go.
I don't know why I missed some of it,
Right. Right. Right.
but
Right.
I loved it.
Because us kids, we wild.
I was bad.
We just stupid when we're kids. I don't know what that is, man.
I
I'm
was
guilty.
bad. I had an older sister. We was bad. We grew up in the Bronx. We was bad. But I made it to dance class.
Yeah, I bet you did. Now, how old would you say you were when you got serious and you started doing music though?
Oh, okay. So, okay. The way I received that question is like I didn't really think I was going to really. I mean, I always said I was going to be a rapper, but I didn't really think I was going to really do it.
Mm, mm,
So, but when I was a kid,
mhm.
I used to always just say it like, what I'm saying, I'm gonna be a rapper. Like I want to be a rapper. I didn't want to. There was nothing else. Like
Sure.
nothing was interesting me. Everybody was, nurse. Was a nurse in my family doing all this, and I'm looking at them like
Right.
everything I hear. I don't want to do none of that. Like
Right.
I don't. I felt like I had nothing.
Mm,
So because that's all I wanted to do was rap. But my mom was like, "You gotta have a plan B, though." She was like, "You could be a rapper." She said, "I just want you to have a plan B." So I think
mm,
if it wasn't for her
mhm,
acknowledging that I really wanted to do that, and she was okay with that, like once I got the okay from moms,
mhm.
it's different when you get the okay from moms. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because she could have at that moment crushed me. She could have
Of
been
course.
like, a rapper.
Right. You
And
gonna
then
see.
I would have just probably, you don't know when your mind is young. You got to be careful what you say to kids. So
Mm,
my mom would have been like, oh, if she would have thought down on it, who
mhm.
knows where I would be? So I got to shout out moms.
Shout out, mom.
Word, moms, I love you. Thank you.
Yes.
Because that really put a change. That really made me realize, like, oh, okay, I could take this seriously if I really wanted to, because my mother said so.
Right.
So watching MC Light more and more, it just made me hungry. And I'm like, oh, I gotta do this. And when Roughneck came, I was like, oh man,
Gotta
that's
get a
it.
roughneck.
I'm
Yeah.
a rapper.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think when Roughneck came out, and then I would rap with guys a lot. So
Mhm.
We try to be like, the gangster boo or whatever.
Sure,
And
sure.
I would do that gangster rap thinking I was a gangster when I really wasn't, but I was
Right,
thinking
right, right.
that.
Yeah, yeah. That's what you was
Until
gonna
the song 5 o'clock in the morning, where you gonna be? Until that came out, I was like, okay, maybe it's probably not good
Mm-hmm.
to be a gangster.
Right, right. Yeah.
So
So,
yeah,
so with that said, so it sounds like once it sounds like what this is high school, like you're chilling in the
yeah,
ciphers, you're just
yeah.
you're writing a
Oh,
lot. Like when did
yeah.
when did like putting together songs start happening and wanting to go to the studios and all that? How did that evolve for
Oh,
you?
snaps. Oh my God, that's a great question. I was sleeping and a song was in my head. Let's see. I probably was in my just breaking the 20s or something. And
Okay.
and and nah, it was a little bit after high school because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was
Mhm,
stupid smart, like dumb smart, like so
mhm,
I might be writing my raps in
mhm,
school,
mhm,
but I was to the books.
mhm,
So after high school is when I decided. So I was listening to Biggie Smalls, and we was
mhm.
always listening to Biggie, and
Sure.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's like
Yeah,
'95. I'm like, yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
I'm like, all
yeah,
right, all right.
yeah.
So I'm like, then he started inspiring me. So I was like, all right, I'm like Biggie and DMX, and I'm like
Not
listening to
bad.
DMX and everything. And I'm like, oh man,
Mhm,
like. So then I started like making, writing. I was always writing rhymes, but like I started saying, okay, I need to do something. So then I fast forward, I
mhm,
have a dream, and I just hear this. Sometimes I think I can save the world, but I
mm,
gotta realize that I
mm,
can't. I
mm,
was struggling.
mm,
I was struggling, and I was raising my oldest son,
mhm,
and I was at social service, and I was listening to "You're Slipping, You're Falling, You Can't Get Up" by
mhm,
DMX.
mhm,
And I started writing that. I remember what I had in the dream, and so I went in the car. I don't even want to know what car I had. I went in the car, and whatever I did to play the music,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because I was
yeah.
struggling, and I just knew I had to hear the slipping and falling. So that's when I wrote the song. It ain't easy. It
Gotcha.
ain't easy raising a baby, being a mother on my own.
Mm,
Um, and
mm,
so check that out. But that's when I wrote that,
yeah.
and I decided to go and record it. And so me and my niece, Mimi, we went to the Matrix Studios in the Bronx,
Mhm.
and we recorded it. And that was the first song I recorded, and I think that was like 2015. And I went and performed it in ATL at some club that Ti is affiliated with, and
Okay.
that's on YouTube. You'll see me
Okay.
with when I first started. That you got to go all the way down to 2015, type in "It Ain't Easy," and you'll
Okay.
see when the first time I ever performed, I was I was raw, like it was real, like raw. You know what I'm saying? Like
We all been
I didn't
there.
know, I didn't know nothing about nothing in the studio. They had to teach. Yo, shout out to the Matrix Studio. They had to teach me everything. They from
Yeah,
scratch. Yo, oh my God. Shout
yeah.
out to them. Yo, that's on my Damien.
Absolutely. No,
Oh my
that's super
God.
dope.
You took
I
me back.
yeah. So like now you're doing all that.
Hmm.
And are there now did you put together a whole project at this point? Was there an album release? Like what happened there? Uh-oh. I'm asking questions.
Listen, my first CD. Let's first of all, when I say CD,
Yeah.
okay, that's what we're
Yeah.
talking about. So
Yeah.
my first CD, it ain't easy. I literally had a picture and we printed it out, and then we started. We literally would cut the paper, put it in the CD covers, and try to sell them. You know, I'm out there doing that.
That's how that went
That's
down.
the old school. That's the real. I got pictures of that somewhere. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And that was how we did it. And I got some CDs made. I would take them and try to put them in the stores in little areas that you could sell
Hmm.
records or whatever.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, and it was CD Baby. I was back then, CD Baby.
Ah, very nice. Okay, I see you. So it sounds like so now things are starting to percolate at this point, right? So like, are you doing
Mhm.
shows? Are you performing in places? You just still ciphering? Like, how's that working out as far as performing your music at that point?
Yeah, like so the stuff I was saying I was gonna do,
Mm-hmm.
and like at the high school with the boys, homies, and just sitting around,
Mm-hmm.
I literally started doing it. I
Oh, okay.
couldn't believe it. I
Right.
started going to like Harlem Nights Club and other places in Harlem and just performing. And next thing you know, I was in Philly and I was performing just in any bar or whatever they had going on.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a lot of showcases. That's what it
Right.
was called, showcases. So
Right.
I
Yeah.
did a lot of them. I did a
Right.
lot of showcases.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I took it seriously. I was always, performing.
Yeah. Now what 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 is your favorite thing about performing, right? What was your favorite thing about performing?
Mm, I guess me hearing the feedback from the crowd
Mm, I can hear that.
because
Yeah.
I remember I used to do, like even coast to coast. I
Mhm.
performed and just to hear the feedback from the crowd because the crowd is real.
Right.
The crowd is they don't know me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Correct.
right in my they back then they made you sell tickets. Those are people who know me.
Mhm.
I mean, they're gonna buy the ticket. It might not even show up. They know me. They come. We come in. Or if they don't come, I don't care. They family friend. They bought the ticket. I'm in the show. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But to
Yep.
hear the feedback from the audience, the crowd,
Mhm.
even ever since I was acting, like even from being on stage in theater, second grade, third grade, fourth grade,
Mhm.
just the feedback from everybody letting me know that it's right. Like
Mm.
I mean, because if you, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm just being honest. The energy from the crowd is real. So like if you hearing feedback like and people you get off the stage and people want to really talk to you and get to know you and
Sure.
really want to keep in contact with you, that makes you
Mhm.
feel good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it gives a little credence and credit to why you do it, right?
Hmm.
Because you're like, because
Yeah.
like, we're not that I'm not saying that you artists are doing it for the other people, but like when you create like that, you're creating because you want other people to feel it, and
Yeah.
I do agree with you that that's probably the biggest takeaway from doing shows is getting that
Hmm.
feedback from the crowd because that it is ultimately something that you're going to feed off of. Talking
Hmm.
about energy and all that. You know what I mean? You kind of
Hmm.
need that. You know what I mean? So, what have been some of
Hmm.
your favorite performances that you can recollect right now? Favorite venue?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
So,
I think the Harlem Nights Club would be definitely one that goes down because actually my people from Bronxwood in the
mm-hmm.
Bronx. Shout out to Bronxwood,
What
224
up?
Bronxwood. Good. I got shameless look.
Yeah.
I gotta say that but for real, cause like when COVID hit, like a couple of them is not even here no more. So
Mm.
rest in peace to you guys.
R.I.P.
But
Absolutely.
um they actually came and saw me perform and it was like my hood is there. You know what I'm
So good.
saying? Shout out to
So good.
Naja if you ever get to see this.
Yeah, yeah.
But it made me feel good to see
Mm,
that. And then they was in my video. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Like
mhm, mhm.
a lot of things that they did for me to show me how much they loved me. And that's why I always rep Bronxville. Bronxville is where I'm from. That's where I grew up. That's where they know me, the real me when I was little. Okay, running
Right,
around.
right,
So
right,
shout
right,
out to
right.
Bronxville.
Absolutely.
Love them.
Shout out. Um, I was born in Lincoln Memorial in Bronxville. Actually, yeah,
Oh,
that's where I was born. I don't even know if Lincoln Memorial is still there. Is it still there? I don't even know.
I
Like,
don't even know.
but
It
I know that
probably
was the name of,
is.
maybe, but no, that's where I came from. And then we used to chill 161 in Grand Concourse, like across from the stadium. That's
Oh.
where my grandmother was. So every
Oh,
summer I'd be
really?
down there chilling, for a couple days, couple weeks, maybe a month, you know what I mean? But I'd be down there all the time. Good times, the Bronx, man. So I get it. Um,
Oh, okay.
so
Now
so
they talking about us all over the TikTok. Y'all be
that's
talking about the BX and the rats and all that other stuff. I don't care about what y'all say about the Bronx.
that's
It's
it,
like, all
man.
right, excuse me, where you go?
Listen, the Bronx is one of those places that if you blindfolded me and drove me there and told me to get out the car and then tell you where I'm at without taking the blindfold off, I'm a know that I'm in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's
you
a
definitely gonna
certain
know that.
what's shaking shot. Yo, thanks for joining. Appreciate you, brother. Um, yeah, man. There's something about the Bronx. It's the smell, it's the garbage, it's the rats, it's the basketball, it's the food. It's like there's this certain feel and energy that you get when you're in the Bronx, man. So I get it, man. I totally get it.
I'm from the
Um,
gutter.
all right, so cool. So you've performed in some pretty, because New York crowds can be pretty tough. So how were you
Mhm.
received, overall? Were you received well when
New
you're on
York
stage?
loves me.
Yeah.
New York loves me. New York always show me love.
Hmm.
Like New York real. If you was corny, I
They
mean,
gonna
they
tell you.
will get in your performance with you.
Right.
Okay, they will
Yeah.
get in your performance like they're part of it. Like
Yeah.
what? What you? Oh,
Yeah.
that's what we doing, sis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. We battling after this, just so you know. Like, you know.
Like wait, we all talented here. This ain't nothing
Yeah,
to
yeah. I remember ciphering
us.
down on Heath Avenue. You ever been to Heath Avenue? I've
Okay,
been
I heard
down,
you that.
down,
Yes.
yeah, I've been down on Heath Avenue. It was with my boy, and he brought me down there specifically because I'm from upstate. Like I was born in Bronxville, and I would go down there,
Uh-huh.
but I was up here going to school and all that. So for all intents and
Okay.
purposes, I'm an upstate kid, but I just had some
Okay.
flavor. I had some flavor, little,
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There you go.
Once
So
you've been to the Bronx, you already been seasoned.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Because there's nothing like it. So he brought me down there, and he's like, "Yo, you're gonna be my dude." He's like, "You're gonna assassinate all these dudes who think they nice because they gonna see you. They're not gonna think you nice, and then you're gonna rock them." I was like, "All right, cool." So I'm doing it. I'm rocking, man. Yo, and it's true. Everybody in the stoop ate them up. But why was it like 15 other people? They're like, "Yo, I'm rapping next." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, so it was like, yo, what happened?
Y'all had the showcases.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? It was cool. Like, it's those little memories you never gonna forget. You know what I'm saying? Those
Yeah.
little things. So, all right, so cool. So, here you are, young lady
Mhm,
in the Bronx, you're doing your
mhm,
thing, you've been inspired
mhm,
by some of hip hop's most legendary female MCs. When you bring
mhm.
up people like MC Light, you're wearing a
Yep.
Rod Digger shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Dirty Harriet.
You're in the mecca of hip hop at this point, right? Like hip
Mhm,
hop lives in New York
mhm,
City. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
You're doing shows now. You're getting some notoriety. People are starting to know
mhm,
your name and all that.
mhm,
And you hook up with Certified Nation. How did that happen?
mhm. Oh, okay. So
Okay, Lily White.
I
Right.
came up with I had a podcast on
Uh,
Facebook called the Rap Beat TV Show.
oh, okay.
And a flyer came through. Somebody posted a flyer on the page, and it was talking about hip hop, like barbecue union or whatever. And I'm like serious about the show. And I'm like, you know what? I'm the type of person like when I do shows, I'm not really an indoorsy person. I'm an
Mm,
outdoorsy.
mm,
So I want to see you break dance outside. I want to see you spit on the spot. That's the type
right.
of show that I see me doing. So I always took the rap beat outside,
Mm-hmm.
and I decided I'm going, go to Brooklyn
Mm-hmm.
and see what's going on. So I go to Brooklyn. Everybody's performing. I don't know City. I don't know Bishop. I don't know nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I watch Pin Game. He's performing. I see City performing. But while I'm out there, I'm networking. I'm like, hey, Honey Stack's
Talking.
Rap TV show. I'm a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Da da da. I'm doing my own networking thing. And next, I'm just now vibing, watching one of them performing. I'm like vibing, and then Bishop walks up to me. He's like, my name is Bishop, Bishop Burns.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with Certified Nation, and I'm like, oh, I'm Honey Stacks. I'm with the Rappy TV show, and So we exchanged information. He give me his card. He like, we gonna talk to you, whatever. So I really don't hear from him for a couple of months. But
Mhm.
next thing you know, a couple of months, I get a call and they interested in me working with them. It was like all the executives up there. It's only right. Samantha, City, I think Cool Rock was there. So they would say Bishop obviously was on the phone, and Bash, who's our engineer, sound engineer, and engineer. And
Okay.
so yeah, so they all were just telling me how they've been watching me for a few months on IG because I go stupid on IG, I go stupid on TikTok.
Right.
I'm just me, anything to keep myself out there. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm
Yeah,
grinding. COVID's hitting too later on, fast
right.
forward, but we out here
Right.
still grinding.
Right.
And they like, we want you to be a part of Certified Nation, and they explained to me everything, and they're like, look, we can't promise you everything in the world, but we can tell you this: you got a family, and we're gonna do whatever we gotta do. And ever since then, we've been a unit, been a family. Um, City is like the biggest blessing I probably could have ever had in the world.
For real. Why you
Because
say that?
because City City gets me, you know what I'm saying,
Mm.
and he believes in me. So like when somebody
Mm.
gets me and accepts me for who I am, I could have a bad day and it's going to be a really bad day. And then I could have a really good day, it's a really good day. But I'm an emotional roller coaster. Like I got water all up in me. So it's
Right.
like
Right.
I'm just if I'm in my feelings, I'm in my feelings. But he don't
Mhm.
judge me for me being who I am. He can
Mm.
still deal with me. And I think if you could deal with different people, because he got to deal with me and he got to deal with my brothers. And,
Right.
and I'm a
Right.
female, so and I'm
Mm.
the first lady of certified. So like I'm spoiled, but at the
Mhm.
same time what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
let's go. You want I want some bars, I'm gonna give you some.
Sure.
So
I love it.
so it's like the fact that he can understand me and love me unconditionally as an
Hmm.
artist and
Hmm.
help develop me and
Hmm.
never switch up on me.
Mm.
I owe him everything. That's why I'm loyal to him.
Yeah, no, staying true blue all the way through is so underrated, but it to me it's one of the most valuable things, man. When you find those type of people, you definitely got to
Mhm.
hold on to them and keep them close
That
because
man
it
will break over backwards for us.
yeah,
He
there's not
will
a lot of
break
people like
over
that,
backwards for us.
you know.
Same with Sam, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, City, he don't really put himself out there like he
Mm.
is in the forefront. He's not that guy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, I gotta say it because it's the truth. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
copy. No, yeah, give them their flowers while they can hear it, man. For real,
Word,
man. Shout out to
word
Nori.
up.
All right, so dope. So that's cool. And then how long ago was that? When did that happen?
Yeah. So, what is this? 23.
Like use
I want to
COVID
say. Oh,
or
you
after
call it
COVID.
2018. 2018.
Okay.
But
Copy.
I've been with them for a minute. I've been
Yeah.
with them for a minute.
No, that's definitely cool.
Now we going for life. We we
2000.
we, we in it. Let's go.
That's it. So one of the things I kind of glazed over there, I fast forwarded time a little quickly, but I did want to touch on while you were, developing yourself as an artist, you keep
Mhm,
mentioning that you were a host on the show. Talk about that a little
mhm.
bit.
Yeah, so I still have an interest in the business. The
Mhm.
Rappy TV show, with my boy Elmer Martinez. You can
Mhm.
go on Facebook and type in the Rappy TV show,
Okay.
and you can join. It's free, and you can post your information. Like if whatever you got going on, feel
Hmm.
free to post it.
Gotcha.
As long as it's he
Clean.
has to approve it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's clean, but
Yeah.
he has to start approving stuff because people start
Yeah,
going
I know
bananas. You
because
know how
people
Facebook
crazy.
be. Facebook be all up in their feelings too. So
Yeah, it's true.
he don't want to be in Facebook jail. So he will approve it.
Yeah.
But you can post anything that you want there,
Hmm.
and as long as it's clean. And
Hmm.
I started interviewing other artists,
Hmm.
no matter what they were doing, but I prefer artists because I was giving reviews.
Got
Um,
you.
because I'm just gonna keep it real with you. If
Hmm.
it's trash, it's trash. If it's good, it's good. Or if I and I've never been like this. I'm not a Simon. I hate to say this. Sorry, Simon, you cool. But you know,
Mhm.
I'm not the type of person to like to bury and hurt somebody's dream because my mother didn't do that to me.
Mhm.
So I do know how to give feedback where as though it's received and respected because I
Mhm.
don't, I know how to bring that to
Sure.
them, and I try to help people because I know what I went through. So I try to
Mhm.
utilize my experience and give reviews in a professional manner, and that seems to be working. Everybody like that, but I also have to stay into my, in my craft. So
Sure.
like, other things started happening, as you keep going forward, you're gonna get more busier, you're gonna have more opportunities, you're gonna start doing
Mhm.
other things. So I got a little
Mhm.
bit into media
Okay.
afterwards. So I was doing media.
Gotcha.
So I have a lot of experience now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's like, but like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, I swear I saw like a clip with like some pretty like legendary people. Like, I think I saw you with Inspector Deck at one point. Did I see that?
Yeah. Oh yes. So definitely.
Mhm.
I definitely. First of all, shout out to Captain because Capadonna, excuse me. It fell off my little thing. But Capadonna that's my brother. I'm actually
Oh,
gonna see Capadonna tomorrow.
oh,
That is
okay.
my brother. Like
Gotcha.
not like my biological brother, but that
Yeah,
is my brother.
that's good.
In the
Yeah,
rap
yeah.
game, that's my brother. That's my big brother. I love him with all my heart.
Okay.
He's been the biggest mentor in my career thus
Hmm.
far. Like he
Okay.
has been the biggest mentor. Like there's nothing I've learned a lot from being just in the studio watching Cat.
Gotcha.
So I had he's introduced me to everybody.
Hmm.
And shout out to New York because he's also they call him Dust.
Hmm.
He's also helped me. Like
Gotcha.
we they've introduced me to Method Man, Inspector Deck, Ghostface, Raekwon, all
Hmm.
of them pretty
Hmm.
much.
Hmm.
So yes, I have interviewed Inspector Deck. I rapped with him because
Yeah.
Inspector Deck,
Yeah.
all he do is rap.
Yeah. No. You
He is
talking.
like that. Yo, if you okay, so you have to know people to be around them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Inspector Deck is that person that you are around, he's rapping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
raps all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I start rapping with him. I'm like, let me spit my little rap, So, but I've had shit. I had, opened up for Cap. I've been on stage with Wu Tang,
Okay.
and I love the Wu Tang spirit and energy and family. I
No, that's
love
what's
them. They're
that's
some humble brothers who have never ever disrespected me. If I can
right.
honestly say that in this industry,
Mm,
people I've been around, I can honestly tell you every member that I have met in the Wu Tang Clan has always been humble and treated me with the utmost respect, never disrespect me, always professional. I
mm,
love them.
mm.
They like brothers for real to me,
Yeah. They kind of
honestly. And that's how
they
they are.
yeah, they kind of come off that way. Like if I would have
It's
heard like them.
real though.
Yeah, no, that's dope. It's dope to hear. It is dope to hear. But like I do get that impression from them. I never really like they don't seem like the type to be on that. They seem like they got those morals in them, like, protect your women, you know what I'm saying? Protect the children, you know what I'm saying?
And
Do
it's
be
real
it's real.
though.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's dope. That's dope to hear because that's one of my favorite crews is Wu-Tang, So that's why that kind of caught my eye. So I was gonna ask. So now I'm gonna start asking you, you gotta help me get Capadonna on here so I could talk to him a
I
little bit
can
about Wu.
ask him.
Like, yo, please.
I'm gonna show him this tomorrow and
You know
say,
what I mean? Yeah.
look.
Now that would be dope to chop it up with him and talk about his legacy and all that. Because sometimes I feel like Cap is like the forgotten member sometimes, right? And then like you bring him back, I'm like, oh yeah, he had that verse. Oh yeah, he had that verse. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yo,
I want to know what I would.
Capadonna is sick when it
Yeah,
comes down to spitting.
yeah,
You
man.
gotta literally be around him
Yep.
and just watch how he works.
I would love that. I would love that.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
be in the studio with Capadonna
Mm-hmm.
and just to see how rappers like really like you know what I mean? Like I'm more of a rapper. I sit back, I write my raps. You know what I'm saying? Now I could go in the studio and do that, But I'm a calculator. I'm like, how much all this gonna cost me? This,
Right.
that, and the other,
How many
explain
hours we been in here?
to
Like,
them.
yeah.
So that's me. So
Yeah.
I prefer to come prepared because like I take too long and I can't
Yeah.
decide. But
Yeah.
I'm in there and Kevin's done. I'm like, "Shoo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo." Boom. I'm like, all right. So and he pushes me. He pushes me to do that. Like I
That's
love being
good.
with him. I
Yeah.
love it because he pushes me
Yeah. No,
to
that's
get out of
awesome.
my same routine.
No, that's super dope. That's super dope, man. It's nice. It's nice when networking like provides you with that type of companionship and
I
relationship
feel
with
blessed.
people. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
super dope. I feel that way about my platform. You know what I mean? Because
Really.
there's people in my life that I wouldn't know if it wasn't for what I'm doing with this. You know what I mean? So like,
Mhm.
and they're pretty cool people. You know what I mean? So nah,
Mhm.
super dope.
Shout out
So
some of them people real quick. No, 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 no. Don't freeze by that. Shout
no,
out a couple of them people.
yeah, no, a couple of those people, like a guy like, Sam's a great example of this. You'll know, like Senior G. He's a
Okay.
dude that I wouldn't have known otherwise. And he came across super cool dude. You know what I mean? My first ever interview on here was with a rapper named Dom Gotti from Kingston, New York. To this day,
Okay.
we still conversate, once a week. We play Madden together. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like a
Really?
friend to me. You know what I'm saying? Like a real deal friend.
Wow.
Like he came up for the wife's birthday one year, like that sort of friend, and I would not have met him, you know
Wow.
what I'm saying? Like my partner in crime with the podcast Blackout, I wouldn't know Blackout.
Mm.
We wouldn't have crossed paths, even though, like he's like I'm not in that circle anymore. I'm older than him.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So like
Mm.
I'm not out in the street. I'm
Mm.
at the JO getting this money so I can pay this mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Right.
what I'm all about. You know what I'm saying? So like
Right. We ain't
I
drinking 40s, rolling Phillies.
you know what I'm saying? Like I can't go to the store. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to the bodega getting a quarter water and a
I
Philly and a
hear
and a plaque
you.
and the platano chips. I'm not doing that anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna run into you. You know what I'm saying? But see, I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
like, so like no, but the thing was, it's like, Black, he was an artist in his own right doing his thing. But he was
Uh-huh.
trying to do his thing, two jobs doing his whole thing. We would have never have crossed paths if it wasn't for Finally TV.
Wow.
And here we are. We created a show that we've been doing together for, we're on our 5th season of a show already. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
I'm on the fifth season.
you know what I'm saying? That's what's
Oh,
up. Shout out to the 5th season people. You know what I'm
Papa
saying?
Cinco, baby, Cinco.
Um, no, but there's some really cool people along the way, man. So shout out to everybody. But
Yeah.
so with that all said, we talked a lot about your past and how you got
hmm
here. What you got
hmm
going on now, girl?
Oh wow, man. Listen. Wow. 2023 though.
Yeah, it's
Oh
crazy.
man, I thank God. Like I can't even tell you. Like it when God, first of all, I got God going on. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it
Okay,
real because
okay.
the way God has blessed me this year is people say like they
Mhm,
get scared. I say I feel like I don't get scared. I feel like everything I'm working for or everything I have worked for this
mhm,
far, God is starting to give me little pieces of it.
mhm,
Like I'm about to
mhm,
show you. Like
mm, mm.
you good. Like
Right.
I've met so many in 1 year. In 1 year,
Mhm,
I we live a lifetime.
right.
I've met so many stars this year. I can't even count.
Mm,
I can't even count them. I
right.
can't. I gave up counting because I keep meeting more and more. I
Wow.
can't. I can't even count them no more. I just be like, and so like I know how everybody people are. I've
Mhm,
seen people busy. I've seen them in all ways performing,
mhm,
sitting back, getting
mhm,
interviewed. I've seen
mhm.
them eating.
Right.
I've seen. I have seen so many stars, and to meet MC Shyrock, the first female rapper, the
Mhm,
first to get these on TV and all that with the rap.
mhm,
Like when I
mhm.
when I see like things like that, I'm like, where am I at right now? What's going on? That's what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
People know me now.
Well, yeah.
That's what's going on, and I couldn't be more pleased with God that I didn't conform to what was going on. Because when I really started to take it seriously,
Mhm.
rap had did its little trap thing,
Mhm.
drill thing, and it was like, and I was kind of like, I'm ready now, but where do I fit in?
Right. Right.
So I mean, it caused me to have to switch up my style, learn a little bit this, stay a little bit, relevant.
Mhm.
So it
Mhm.
taught me how to go through it all, and I went through it all emotions to come back to what I'm really good at, and that's the hip hop. I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, my team certified this. We already knew hip hop wasn't going nowhere. We knew it was there,
Yeah.
so
Right.
we was already ready, like, because we
Right.
know this is the wave. You know what I'm saying? And so we just in there, and so where I'm going at is now God placed he placed me at a time where I can now come out with me who I am. Like I don't
Mm.
have to worry about conforming. I don't have to worry about transitioning. If I want to do it, I have the experience to do it because I've done it.
Mhm.
But now I can just spit and feel good, and it brought me. And I'm gonna
Mhm.
tell you,
Mhm.
I love New York. I
Mhm.
love New York, and I just love New York. I'm gonna tell you
Mhm.
why the culture there is just is no one you only know if you're from there.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you this, it made me respect myself more
Mm.
because because I felt like I was being too sexy, and I'm not. I don't. Sexy is not having to be with your clothes off. Sexy is not having to be with your tight clothes. And I'm
Mhm.
just speaking. I'm just saying
Mhm.
that that's
Mhm.
not sexy. And sexy don't have to be twerking, and if that's what people want to do, that's fine. But
No.
I found the essence in hip hop when I watched Queen Latifah come out on the stage at the Rock the Bells Festival, and I
Mhm.
saw Jeanne, and I
Mhm.
just saw Bernadette, Sean Price.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
just like
Mhm.
I just when I seen the realness, it brought
Yeah.
it all back to me, and I think
Mhm.
God wanted me to see that
Mhm.
He wanted me to respect myself a little bit more, calm it down, and let's get back to this rap, and let's
Mhm.
get back to what I gave you this gift, and let's
Mhm.
get back to you being what a queen really is and respecting yourself.
Right.
And I feel like that's where I'm at now. Like and it's crazy, but being around all of these people and I was all around different types of women.
Mhm.
But what I got and gained back from it all the most was that I want to be just regular, not regular. I don't want to have to feel like I'm Honey Stacks, the sexualized person. I want to be. I'm beautiful because my heart good. I'm beautiful because my energy good. I'm beautiful because I can actually rap and I have talent and I don't have to be sexualized and
Right.
I
Right.
just want to go back to being who I was. Everybody know I used to wear baggy jeans and you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? I was a
Mhm.
tomboy. Like I just want to be. I don't get me wrong. I like my heels and my knee high boots, and I like my toes out and stuff like that. But I just feel like the hip hop culture and everybody I was around. I feel like God, I'm tying it in to fast forward. I'm going to be me and who I really am as a
Mhm.
whole. And I
Mhm.
and I and I thank God that I was able to go back, and He brought
Mhm.
me back. He brought me
Yeah.
back to me. So
Fire.
I'm going nothing but up.
Oh, that's what's up, man. All the way up. How you feel about Remy Ma?
I love her. I
Oh,
saw
okay.
Remy Ma. I saw
Yeah.
Remy Ma recently.
When she was at the Yankee Stadium joint.
Yeah. I think Remy Ma is a true example. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell all the people who's watching right now, check out Ladies First, Women in Hip Hop, right? A
Mm,
story about women in hip hop.
mm,
Remy Ma is on there.
mm,
And you'll get to see every reason, everything. Sometimes the media will portray you certain ways, or sometimes it's just not everything. It's not what you always see and get to know a person. You know what I'm saying? She came off okay. She did her time, but a person can have that one part of their life. That doesn't mean that it's their whole entire life.
right.
This is a wife. This is a
Right.
mother.
Right.
So I just say watch it so you can get to learn people and let them express themselves and show you who they are. Don't let the media tell you who these people are. Everybody got, things that they have done or gonna do, and it's just life.
Right.
I think Remy Ma is beautiful. I've seen her perform several times. I've seen her out always with women, trying to celebrate with women, and I think that's what we need. We don't need no negativity in the game. We don't need nobody beefing. And she's definitely somebody I could say is actually showing that she's with being a a team player.
Yeah, no, and she doing the whole Chrome 23 thing with the battle rap scene and all that. Like
Yeah,
she's involved. She's out. This is like the kids say, she outside.
she
She's out.
outside.
She outside. She outside for
Shout out to
sure.
Remy Ma.
Shout out to Remy Ma. Shout out to City the Great, man. He's been in here talking, and I'm a little
Oh, what you
jealous,
saying?
that Bernadette Price is your sis, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Sean Price,
Yeah. Shout out
R.I.P.
to
the
her.
legend. One of my favorite rappers all time is Sean Price. And that
Hmm.
I kind of feel a type of way though, honey, because like a
Hmm.
lot of my favorites, they're not with us. Like
Yeah.
Big L, Big Pun, Biggie, you know, my man right here, Sean Price, they're not here no more yet. The power in those pens and those voices is probably with those four put together, you probably can't find another four to beat that. You might be able to match that, but you won't beat that.
Hmm.
That's a lot of
Right.
firepower right there. You know what I'm saying with
Hmm.
those four. And yeah, man, salute to the fallen soldiers that are super dope and the
Salute to
music.
them. But let me ask you a question.
Yeah, tell me.
What do you feel about this 50th anniversary of hip hop, and
Mhm.
you don't hear too much about the Fat Boys?
You don't hear a lot about Fat Boys. You don't hear a lot
The
about
Fat Boys, the group. Yeah,
yeah, no,
like,
no, I know. Yeah, no, them. You
oh,
don't,
okay, my
you don't,
bad.
you don't hear about Two Live Crew too much. I'm not too
Mm,
sure why Naughty by Nature ain't doing
mm,
something.
hmm.
You
They
know,
was just at Rock. They was just at
did they go to Rock the Bells?
Rock the Bells.
So
Rock
okay,
the
at least they
Bells.
okay, good. I'm glad they because
Hmm.
they deserve that. They
They was
deserve that
there.
light. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Public Enemy's probably another one. But yeah,
Oh,
Fat,
okay. They,
but Fat.
they was at the KRS One joint
Mhm,
Sedgwick,
mhm.
Flavor Flav and Chuck D.
That's the one that I kind of wish I went to too. Because
That was lit.
oh man,
That was
I
lit.
do I do kind of feel the way that I didn't go back down to go see that. But as far as the Fat Boys concerned, I told Sam this. My introduction to hip hop was through my sister. Um, hip hop, don't stop that joint, right?
Yeah.
It was
Rock the
cool. I
City
was like, yo,
Bang
this,
Bang Boogie.
yeah, yeah. I was like, this is cool. This is cool. I like this because it was almost like you're like speaking gibberish in like a rhythmic way. So as a kid, I'm like, that's kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I kind of got into it a little bit. And I remember going to the store with my mom, and I had my little, $3.50. And if you had $3.50, at
That
that
was
time,
lit. Yo, that was
you know what I'm
pizza
saying?
icy lunch.
You know what I'm saying? Um,
Shoot.
I went and we went to this plaza, and there was a record store at the plaza. And so I went in there and I'm looking at stuff, and I see this single, and it says Fat Boys, My Nuts. And just as a kid, it just tickled me pink. Like I was giggling. I'm bringing up the counter. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm
Yo,
like,
you
I'm buying this one. I'm buying this one. You know what I mean? Like I just thought I could not wait to get home to put that on my Fisher Price little stacked up, record player deal, little plastic joint. I couldn't wait to get home and play that. And when I heard Me and My Nuts and realized that he was metaphorically talking about his two friends, like it was such a like a moment to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's talking about his friend. Like, holy moly, you know what I'm saying?
So the
So from
whole
right,
time you bought it, yeah.
yeah, I'm thinking like, why is he talking about his nuts? Like this is gonna be
Right,
funny. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right, right,
So,
right.
but but yeah, so that was my introduction. So to not have him, right? Just represent the Fat Boys out here. I think somebody should be a little ashamed of that, a little bit, because they're definitely part of this culture, and definitely one of the main reasons why I got involved with hip hop and loved it so much,
Oh
because
wow.
I love that song. You know what I'm saying? Like, just having that as a kid, like, I can't explain to you, I can't get you into my psyche as a kid, but you have to know how much that tickled me that he like
Yeah.
named it that.
I can understand.
You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that
Yeah.
like making the realization as a kid that he's talking about his
That's
friends. You
right.
know what I'm saying? And like he tells you that in the song. Like, so the first time I listened, I'm like, this is hilarious. And it's like, oh, I get it now. That's when I was like, yo, you could play with this music. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And and,
Yeah.
and right there, man. And then from there it was off to the race. Then it was, Run DMC, it was Big Daddy Kane.
Hmm. Hmm.
Cool G Rap was a big
Shout out to
part of
Big
that.
Daddy Kane. He's a
You know?
cool person, man. He reshared. So just real quick story of Big Daddy
Yeah.
Kane.
Uh-huh.
When I was at Rock the Bells concert,
Oh,
I
very
recorded his performance,
uh-huh.
and I decided to tag him,
Yep.
and just give him the footage. And he responded back like, "Oh my God, thank you!" Like,
Mhm.
like really thanking me because he said I was just like right on time because he
Mhm.
needed that. He needed some footage.
Mhm.
So he shared it in his story, and I always like to pay homage and respect to A-list artists that do stuff like that because
Mhm.
and our legends because some people act funny. I've
Yeah.
been around enough stars that I could they act like some of them really act like they just can't even say thank you or when you're really being genuine, like what I'm saying. Like I don't go. I'm not a groupie. I don't be in everybody GM like da, 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 you know what I'm saying. If
Mhm.
I reach out to you, we're giving you something, or if I'm trying to do something, that's just me being genuine.
Mhm.
After that, pass like a pop up flash. Like
Right.
I'm not gonna bother you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I do media or whatever, but I'm not gonna hound you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna approach you. I learned how to approach you because I did it wrong a couple of times.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
I'm being genuine.
Right.
So the
Right.
fact that he was genuine enough to respond back and just say thank you and to reshare it, I felt like that was love. So shout
Yeah.
out to Big Daddy Kane because I definitely grew up practicing his dances, thinking I could dance like his dances. And he definitely was a big, huge influence on me as a younger person trying to be a rapper.
shout
Definitely during the time.
shout out to Scoob and Scrap and
Yes, that's who me and Tanya thought we were.
yeah.
Shout out
Shout
to
out.
Tanya Millionaires from Eating World Projects because we really thought we was scooping scratch. I
You know
swear
what I
to goodness,
mean?
we was in the talent show and
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I know. I wish I had the footage. I
I
wish
forgot
I
the
wish I could show you.
names. Man, you're
Yeah,
good.
yeah, Scoob and Scrap, man.
Oh, did you know a couple of things about me?
What's that?
My mom used to babysit Smooth from Nice and Smooth.
Oh, okay. Smooth B.
Smooth V, yeah, notorious.
Yes, yeah.
Notorious. Yes, not so
Yeah.
swift. Yes,
Yeah.
my mother was his babysitter, and
Okay.
also my mother's best friend was Cameron's mother.
Oh, get out.
Yep, they
Okay.
grew up in Harlem.
Shout
Yep,
out to the Pink Legend out there doing his
yep,
thing. He got
yep.
a little podcast now with Mace.
Yeah, and I'm so happy for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
he
he
did.
shouted out Nas on
Yeah.
IG today
Yeah. Oh, he
for
did?
looking out for him because he invited him to the Yankee Stadium joint. It was
Oh, yeah.
Nas.
Yeah, it is. He was there.
Yeah.
He was in the building. He was in the
Yeah.
building. I had to miss the Run DMC and Nas performances, right? Because I had to get the train to go
Oh,
there. Yo,
yeah, I know
that
how it
happened.
is. You know what I'm
That
saying?
happened.
Like,
We was
got
mad when
it.
Lauren Hill walked out. We was mad. We
Oh, I
were
know you was
mad.
angry. I know
Yeah.
you was.
The stupid train was
Yeah.
late too. The stupid train was late.
Man, I
Shout
saw
out to
Run
Metro North.
DMC perform
That's the
at the
last
Rock and
one.
Bells Festival. Now I saw them at the Rock and Bells Festival
Oh,
perform,
uh-huh.
and some crap happened on the stage.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Somebody tried to run up on Run.
Mm-hmm.
I was right there, like at the front.
Mm-hmm.
His bodyguards pulled him, pushed him out of the way, like
Yeah.
the quickness, the
Yeah, yeah.
swiftness.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, you're not getting close to the legends, man. Come on, man. They're not having
Nah,
that. They're not having that. What was
nah.
dope about
He
the
got
Yankee
hella
Stadium?
roughed up.
Yeah, no, and I expect that, and they should have expected that. What was dope about the Yankee Stadium one is that there was no
Mm,
arrest that night.
yeah, that's
There was
love.
no arrest. That's
That's
what's up.
love.
That's the Bronx
That's
showing up.
and,
Yeah.
That's how we do, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how we do, baby.
I thought
Okay.
people don't talk. I just need people to talk about that. How, yeah,
Yeah, that's
40,
true.
30, forty
That's
thousand
true.
hip hop heads got together
That's true.
from
And
13 years
no
old
beef.
to 80 years old was in the building,
Hmm.
right? And there was no arrest, there was no fights, there was
But you know why? Like, look at the music, though.
I know. I know. That's
Right?
what you do.
People want to hear that, and
Mhm.
I'm not trying to downgrade any other form of music because I've even done it. And you know,
Mhm.
I spit on drill. I've
Mhm.
never been really into trap, but I
Mhm.
definitely like some drill beats.
Sure. Sure.
But hip hop has that way of bringing people together,
Mhm.
and people really miss that era and that culture where it was just rap. You rapped about something. You know what I mean? It was an art. It was
Yep.
artistry. It was you gifted. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And that's what it was. And that's probably why nothing happened. People probably haven't seen nothing like that in a long time and they respect the culture.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's well said. I like that. Before we get out of here, and it's been a pleasure talking
Mhm.
to you, I want to say
Oh,
thank you for
thank you.
joining me
I
on the
could talk
show.
to her.
um, nah, but before we get out of here, is there something that we need to be aware of with Honey Stacks in the near future? Should we be on the lookout for something? How can people follow you? Like, talk about it.
Yes. So I have an album coming out called Ice Queen.
Mm.
Okay, Ice
Hmm.
Queen.
Okay.
Um, got my brothers on there. People from Certified Nation. I got Rod Digger. Supposed to be on there, and
Hmm.
Cap. Got
Okay.
my Cap, Rod Digger on there. So I got some big wigs that I'm trying
Hmm.
to, you know what I mean.
Salute. Salute. Look at you.
Salute to them.
Yeah.
And obviously my Certified Nation family first and foremost.
Hmm.
And obviously I'm on there. So this year I've been kind of like God has been using me to kind of like you know, show my self worth. And I've been
Hmm.
mad cold, so to certain situations, like if it's not vibing with my energy, I
Yeah,
have
it's not
to
worth your time.
cold.
Right.
It's
Right.
not worth my time. So I
Right.
decided to name the album Ice
Mhm.
Queen because we bringing up that we bringing that type of energy. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think this album is actually going to show me as a true artist.
Right.
It took me some time to develop. Now you're going
Sure.
to start to see me as everything that it was from my past up until now is going to
Hmm.
start to mold. You're going to start to see who I am,
Mm.
and I appreciate people who've been following me and growing with me up until this time because you went from It Ain't Easy now to some other songs that coming out. Like listen
Right.
to Murder, listen to Toxic on Apple iTunes. Follow me on IG at honey_stacks.
Hmm.
Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on TikTok at honey_stacks.
Hmm.
Um, got my little website, in the making.
All
That's
right.
in the making,
All
that
right.
way everybody can just go to one area and then follow me on all
Yeah.
my platforms. So that's
Yeah.
coming.
Hmm.
So, everything takes time, but I am definitely at a place now where you're going to have to respect me as an artist.
I love that. I love that. So when Ice Queen is getting ready to drop, maybe we could get back together because then, by that time you'll figure out what your lead single is gonna be and all that good
Mhm.
stuff. So, let's reconvene and talk about it when it comes time for that. And instead of doing like a one-on-one interview to get to know each other, since we did that
Mhm.
already, we just talk and we
Mhm.
just promo your joint. You know what I mean? And so if
Ooh,
you want to do that, let me know and
I
we'll
would
tap in.
love.
Maybe we could do it
I
on
would
IG next
love.
time. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I love IG.
Yeah, we do like an IG live and just like kind of promo it that way. But like I said, I want to shout out everybody who was tuned in. Shout out to Angie. Shout out to City the Great. John.
Thank y'all for
Sam was in here a
watching.
lot. I said only the right was in here. We seen you was getting active in here. I love that. Appreciate you, brother. Um, it was a bunch of people. So just shout out to everybody that
It's
tuned
only
in.
right. Please, y'all, get with the man. He's a scientist at graphic writing. Like I don't understand. It's only right. He
Only the
has so
right.
many different. It's only right. He
Mm,
has logos. He's the graphic designer I mean,
gotcha.
he's a rapper, but
Uh,
he's so gifted. I'm just
mhm.
telling y'all, follow him, please.
Yeah, no, that's
Just
what's up.
saying.
Yo, Sam's like, I've been here the whole time. Salute to Sam. See, I told you, Sam rocked with your boy, man. So I'm good in Scorpio land. I think I'm
Sam,
okay.
thank you very much. I told you we loyal people. Sam, that's my sister. She's the loyal.
Yep.
She's the
So we don't
queen.
have a drop date yet for Ice Queen, right?
No, I
Okay.
don't have a release date just yet, and the only reason why is because I don't want to have anything set in stone just yet
Mm,
while stuff is still marinating and we
mm.
still cooking. You know what I'm saying? We still cooking. When dinner's ready, I promise you, you will get the date on when that's coming out. But it's definitely coming out.
Nah, yeah.
That's
Sam's
for
saying it
sure.
might be your birthday on November 1st. Is that what she's
Yeah.
saying?
Okay. So that's what we're saying. My
Aiming
birthday.
for it. Yeah, yeah, you're aiming for that.
That's what I'm aiming for.
Right. Okay.
I'm
Fair
aiming
enough.
for my birthday. She's
Fair
right.
enough.
She
Fair
brought me.
enough.
She brought. That's why you need a team.
That's
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
They hold
That's
you
why you
down.
need a
Don't
team.
worry. That's it.
My birthday, November 1st, y'all. How could I forget that? Because I'm
Yeah.
always trying to work with everybody. But my
Gotcha.
birthday, y'all, November
Gotcha.
1st. Y'all better show
Yeah.
me some love.
Absolutely. So before then, if I had know anything about the music industry, that means that at some point before November 1st, there will be a single drop in to be like a precursor to the album dropping. So when that single drops, come back here and let's talk again. You know, you're all up in the DMs with each other. So just hit me up. Let me know what day you want to come on and talk about it. And let's get it done. And I
Man, this is
think
what we're talking about.
yeah, and then it looks like I might have to talk to City the Great because City the Great seemed like he might have a couple cool stories to tell as well, and we'd love to hear that in the Finally TV audience here.
Yeah.
But once
City
again,
the
Honey
Great
Stacks,
got a lot
man,
of stories to tell.
yeah, no, but I want to thank you for spending some time with me on here and
You're
telling your
welcome.
story to the audience, and
Thank you.
good luck with everything you do. Stay in
Thank
touch,
you.
and
Thank you.
peace out, girl. Salute.
And thank you guys for having me on the show. I can't
Mhm.
wait till the next one.
That's it. That's it. For Honey Stacks, for Gabriel, it's Finally TV, Voice of the Valley. Everybody around the globe listening, appreciate you. Village Global Network in effect. We got Cuzzo FM, Tattoo Shop Radio, Culture Shock Radio, and what did I say, Cuzzo? Culture Shock. What's the other one? Sam,
Certified
what's the
Nation
other
in the
one?
building.
But all powered by Zeno.fm. Check it out. Wapta Music, that's the one I need. So Wapta Music, Cuzzo FM, Tattoo
Okay.
Shop Radio, and Culture Shock Radio, all powered by Zeno.fm. Shout out to the Village Global Network. Shout out to Honey Stacks. Shout out to Certified Nation. Shout out to all the Finally TV supporters. Shout out to Let's Get Activated. Y'all be good, and we out. Peace.
Out.